Hey, how's it going? Today's Wednesday. I'm taking a look at different press releases as I am going along reading those. I thought might as well share those with others and will bring some other people understanding, perhaps if it's something that they themselves they find it interesting. With this video, I'm going to be taking a look at strategy and what will be required for critical materials and something that was a group of people now I've set up within UK and how this group gonna be looking in solving or making UK cities more resilient when it comes to critical materials. Let's try to understand critical materials strategy a little bit better. Myself, mindset approaching interest, right? I'm coming from a business perspective. I'm looking to try to understand. I know where those materials are. I have read a number of books where they're discussing within some of the parts where within the UK, not necessarily outside the UK, where those materials are. So I need to understand what there's a group of people, there's 20 people up there. I need to reach out to you, I need to speak with them. How I can access to some of those materials? I have to reach out to manufacturers. Do you understand that I'm gonna need to bring my own toys to play with those manufacturers? They asked me to bring my own toys, right? So now I need to find where those toys are. Where's the guardians, right, of those toys? So perhaps there's some parts in UK where they would be refining or extracting those materials from, right? Not necessarily limited to UK, but that's just an example, right? So this is my mindset there. Perhaps there's a people responsible for everything, right? So hopefully I'll find something within this strategy by end of it of the people. There might be some faces, great. If there's gonna be emails and phone numbers, how I can contact those people and or how they can be the people who would guide me, take myself or anybody by the hand and bring them. Okay, you need to go there, speak with this person, and this person would perhaps give you a best price, and you can purchase this materials for this person. Great. So if they're gonna achieve that, well, let's take a look. I like to keep all these videos up to 10 minutes or so, just so perhaps sometimes just over 20 minutes, 10 minutes. Let's not get that far, right? So there's a lot of there's a content right of the strategy right there. They take a look at domestic production, great. Perhaps that's a good place to start. From there, they're progressing the skills, circular economy, and or recycling, great. All those kind of things, right? Myself, I would be happy if I would by the end of this, I would be able to find a person, and the person perhaps has a list of people, perhaps business people or perhaps industry. I don't know what's happening, right? I need to find the person by the end of it. Can I achieve it? 10 minutes. Let's go. Let's go. That's it. They are discussing a lot of factors within this article, right? And there might be some partnership and different contracts and or suppliers. They're covering perhaps most of the things within this. I'm not necessarily that's what I'm currently looking for, since there's a lot of business relationships and how they're looking to structure those, right? Perhaps with perhaps this nation entering agreement, leaving agreement. There's a lot of things happening. I don't know if everything's up to date and it's perhaps 6 months old. So I don't know everything what's happening, right? So there might be some pictures I'll attach, right? As well as how they can achieve it, right? As if it would be structured any project and the way how they would approach any project and how this project would be structured briefly, right? I won't be covering that. Perhaps I will be sharing some information that I can go in that much detail. Definition, right? So that might be important for many legal agreements as well as perhaps since we take a look at the strategy for critical materials, it might be important to understand what critical materials are for many people out there. I'll share a list what they would consider some of those critical materials, but I don't know if the way how I would see this. I can see silicon. I don't know if the silicon is critical. Critical in terms of that would be important. Yes, that's critical. That's very important. How hard is to find silicon? It's not that hard. There's a lot, as I know. I haven't try looking for silicon myself, right? But it's not that hard to find. So myself, I'm just going to the process and sharing or covering more information about the strategy and what they perhaps would consider. But I don't want my own understanding to cloud the judgment of what they are trying to achieve with this strategy, right? Perhaps worth touching on the UK's approach that would be mitigate risks as it would be for any project or need and improve resilience or critical mineral supply chain, right? So that would be perhaps briefly what would be UK's approach, right? Again, currently I'm looking to achieve completely different thing. I'm looking to find a team of people who work on this. Okay, now we're getting to something. Examples of clusters of critical minerals capabilities across UK. So that would be perhaps sort of breakdown and or based on history, right? And some of the plus many UK organizations operating across the world in critical mineral supply chains. So that would be perhaps some of the supply chain and or level of expertise might be within those particular areas. But again, it depends on what you yourself might be interested in exploring, I guess. I still I'm not able to find any perhaps responsible people. That's what I'm looking for. There's a lot of information there, and I can share some examples of the funding opportunities. Right, if yourself is something you might be interested, I'll share a brief example of something that's happening within the space. But again, I'm looking for those people. There might be one that I managed to find, but again, usually if there is just one. Usually there's no response there. They are sharing some of the projects that are working in collaboration and how they are looking to take all your business can take part in some of those opportunities out there. But I don't know, it's not the history, right? So not necessarily the future projects, but perhaps what was happening in the past, as well as I can share some of those information. But I guess it's not the full breakdown. Perhaps it's very overall brief, the glazing over a lot of information only. There might be some information there, but again, there's no necessarily any ways of how contacting any of those institutions, right? Or how anyone can take part in some of those. Well, I can share some information there. Yourself, if you're interested in learning more, I have published a book. Within the book, I'm taking a look at the body and I think what everyone would need to know about the body if you are looking to understand it a little bit better and processes that would be required for anyone to develop their own health and own well-being. That would be how you can give your body enough time to recover, as well as enough nutrition. So that would be required for you to develop your body, as well as we are taking a look within this book, and I'm looking to share as much information of what would be required when it comes to fitness and placing stress for your body, how and how your body adapt to that stress, right? So that would be one of those areas that would be very important for so many people. You can find it in the QR code in the corner, company's website below. I don't think there is any information about other than showing to others who are interested finding out more, but not necessarily taking part. So that's my personal understanding and experience taking a look at the strategy that was published. And our board was set up 6 or so months ago. Was it April? I think it was. Yeah, about 8 months ago, right? So that's when the board was put together, and I'm trying to find the best way to reach out to that board and understand how business can interact and work together, right? Thanks for watching. I'll see you next one.